Hello friends, it's time for another update on the travel and research funding for my Atelier de l'Amour project. In early May, I held an event in Florida to help offset the costs of another trip to France, where I will finalize my research there. It was a fun event, and it actually raised around 1/3 of the needed funds on that evening, with some more slowly coming in over time. I'm trying to wrap up that fundraising during July. So if you have not given yet at this stage of the project, or have not joined in yet at all, please consider a gift over the next few weeks. My original plan was to either travel in late July or early fall. The early fall plan was contingent on approval of a teaching sabbatical for the coming fall semester, for an intensive period of writing. With tight budgets for 2025, there were no sabbaticals approved for the fall. I then found out that some of the people I sought to meet in France would not be available during the summer. The newly reconfigured plan is to organize a trip around Thanksgiving when everyone should be available, temperatures will be cooler, and costs are lower than during the height of the tourist season. Regardless, the cost will likely be about 10% greater simply because the dollar has fallen in value to the euro in recent months. I do want to mention that I increased the goal amount on the GoFundMe page to reflect this new travel plan. The original 2023 goal, which was around $10,000, was for trips to New York, Washington, D.C., London, and 3 different locations in France during the summer of 2023. This amounted to about a full month of travel during the summer of 2023. Those funds have already been used for that stage of the research. I chose to simply increase the funding goal on the original GoFundMe page instead of creating a second goal because it was easier for people to read about the entire project and see its evolution over the past 2 years, if it all stayed in one place. I invite you to browse through all of that page to find out more details about the larger project and this specific stage of it. My altered goal and timeline is now as follows. After the next trip to France, I will compile information and artwork to create 2 exhibits and respective catalogs. One will cover the Atelier 17 couples, and the other will cover women who worked at Atelier 17. These should hopefully be on display at the same time in 2027, marking the 100th anniversary of the founding of Atelier 17. Meanwhile, I am working to expand the scope of the book project. The relationships among artists in the broader sense will highlight the couples, but also chart the connections to the larger art world and modern art movements, and how Atelier 17 was a connecting thread that influenced the working methods of many of the leading artists over the middle decades of the 20th century. While I don't anticipate that the book will be published by the centenary of Atelier 17 in 2027, I still believe that the renewed interest in these artists during that year will drive attention to the book when it eventually does have a publishing date. This project is ever expanding, and as I've stated before, the information that I am uncovering is built on the foundations others have laid, but is also providing new avenues for others to explore in the future. It's humbling to be part of a group of scholars calling attention to the valuable achievements of this collection of artists. I'm so grateful for the opportunity to shed some light on this and those who have been essential to making it all possible. Thank you.